Hello lovelies, you can call me the human Munchkin, and today we will be reacting to, I suppose, anti-vegan TikToks together because I haven't seen these. If you don't know, which you probably do, TikTok has been huge this year, so because of the quarantine people were kind of bored, I suppose, and they decided to install TikTok and have a nice laugh and create comedy sketches, and there's the cute animals and all of these interesting and different people that you can find through there. But you can also get, I suppose, a little bit of not so nice content. Yeah, it's recording, okay. So let's go on TikTok and I'm gonna search for specifically anti-vegan. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's start with a sexy boy. This was not an anti-vegan one at all. It was actually, this guy's probably vegan. I mean, see if you want to be sexy. Can I even say that? I mean, is he over 18 years old? Who is he? Let's just make sure. Yeah, he's a vegan athlete, so you see, well, the purpose of this video is now ruined. Let's see this one.
To all the vegans and vegetarians I offended in my last video, I'm very sorry. But it's not to the chicken. It was probably like a baby chicken named Samuel or something. Think about the life it could have lived if we didn't kill the chicken and eat it. Gee whiz kids, eh? X in the chat for the chicken haters. To all the vegans and vegetarians I offended in my last.
So I guess this person made a video of something and some vegans were offended. I don't really know what it was. It is hard, like if you're a vegan and if you see someone that isn't really open to you telling them,
oh, you're doing something wrong.
I suppose, like trying to be mightier than those people. Obviously you can kind of call them out or be like, have you considered this kind of situation? Maybe they would be more open to, I don't want to say criticism, they would be more open to your suggestion. To be vegan or to become kind of like a vegetarian or a vegan, you kind of have to have a paradigm shift. I think that's what it's called. Something in your brain shifts and you start to see things differently. But a lot of people don't get there until a certain point, or something happens in their life, or they see something that actually touches them and they realize like, yeah, what the fuck am I doing? But other than that, I say don't try and be pushy. If you see someone has mentioned it once, don't try and mention it again, I suppose, because then people will become anti-vegan and that's not what we want. We want people to know like this is like a safe place to discuss things. Okay. This is something you'll hear from some vegans, that if your choice impacts another life, it isn't necessarily a choice. I can't really speak on myself on that because, again, you need that shift and you need to create some sort of relation to why you're vegan. And a lot of people don't get there until a certain point, or something happens, or they see something that touches them, be it because of the planet, because of the animals, or because of your own health, but usually animals and the environment. It isn't necessarily something that you should be like, oh, I'm so selfless. That's not the case. You're just trying to do a little something for the future, I suppose. I lost my train of thought. This is what happens when you ramble. Okay, yeah, so some vegans will be like, that's a choice, and some vegans will be like, well, it impacts another life or another living being, so it's no longer a choice. So you have those two, I suppose three. You have the vegans on that side where they think, yeah, it's a choice. The vegans in the middle where it's like, people will eventually get there, or like if you show them it is better. And third, it's the no, it's not a choice because you're impacting someone else, and so on and so forth. There's lots of types of vegans.
How do I not go vegan? Yeah, I'm pretty into the anti-vegan movement, so I'm just looking for some pointers. Alright, well first, you're gonna not want to get adventurous with your food. You're gonna eat grilled chicken and steak for pretty much every meal. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Also, most meat eaters use plants and spices to flavor their meat, so make sure you're not using any of that either, so just plain meat. Good advice, let me write that down. Oh, this is an important one. Any meals that are currently in your diet that happen to be vegan, like french fries, oatmeal, smoothies, make sure to cut them out completely. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Make sure you're not trying any plant-based meat because it's rabbit food and not natural. Alright, cool, got it. Lastly, whenever you're hanging out with your pet or you think about how the earth is basically falling apart right in front of our eyes, just make sure to shut down those feelings of logic. Cool, thanks for the tips, bro. That's gonna eat some unflavored grilled chicken. How do I not go vegan?
Okay, so that was not anti-vegan, that was a skit. Can you say skit? Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. Like, I find it funny now, I suppose. Like, I don't want to take myself, I don't take myself, I don't take myself too seriously in the way of if someone annoys me, because I've been at it for so long that I kind of know what to say. I've gone through every single thing that people might have asked me. So to me, it isn't annoying, and I like this kind of content because they're poking fun at some people that say,
do you salivate when you smell like freshly mowed grass in the morning?
Like tempeh, tofu, seitan, soy. Those are things I had never even heard of before I was vegan. So you don't eat cows anymore, pigs, chicken, eggs. So you're basically, like replacing those with tofu, mock meat, soy, seitan, and then you have like all of the other ones that you didn't eat so much and now you eat a lot more. Chickpeas, lentils, mushrooms, and so on. So you're not really missing out. Obviously they taste different, but you're just replacing some things with others, and you're alive. I'm alive. I've been alive for a while. Oh, and that thing when people are like, oh,
You don't eat meat, you don't know what you're missing.
I ate meat for the first 20 something years of my life, okay? I know.
Well, to all vegans should be punched in the face. The woman was trying to get a loan to pay for a nutrition diploma. The banks apologised, saying the comment was inappropriate. Well, to all vegans should be punched in the face. The woman was trying to get a loan to pay for a nutrition diploma. The banks apologised, saying the comment was inappropriate. Well, to
I didn't get it. I didn't understand this one. Okay, let's see this one.
People tell vegans how eating meat and drinking milk is a personal choice. But since when is it a personal choice to take an innocent animal who doesn't want to die and stab them to death for a sandwich?
So this is what I was saying. There's this kind of like opinion as well, where it isn't a choice because your choice is like, you know it now that it's impacting another living being. I know a lot of people will say, well, it's dead already, but it's the thing of your money is feeding an industry. So whenever you put your money and other people's money, and the more money is put into an industry, that industry will thrive and other industries will not thrive. Opposites. And then there's the guy, I guess he's eating, I guess he's eating meat. It kind of looks like carrots to me, like grilled carrots or something. Maybe it's the vegan brain that's kind of like blocking. In my view, instead of the guy watching this vegan talk about this and moving on because like he doesn't care, he decided to duet this with a big meal of grilled carrots. And in a way, we kind of figure out that it might have to do, at least in my view, let me know if you kind of understand what I mean. In my view, he's doing it because he actually was bothered and he feels guilty, so he decides to show that it doesn't bother him, even though it maybe does. It's kind of like the grieving process where you have that denial, aggression, something, acceptance. Okay, let's see another one.
Did you wake up this morning, crack open an egg and stir it around and fry it in the pan? Smells so good, huh? No, it doesn't. This was your egg before it hit your plate. You are eating a hen's reproductive cycle. Great way to start the day. Did you wake up this morning?
Yeah, that clicked for me before, and that's what I see every time I see someone eat an egg. Sorry if that messed you up a bit. Like, continue watching. I search for anti-vegan, and I'm yeah. That's the stuff I'm getting. I don't know if this person is trolling. I'm very confused. But I don't know if this person thinks that all we eat is a diet of carbs and sugar. So I suppose all we eat is Sour Patch Kids and fake bacon. I haven't eaten any of those two. So I guess I'm missing out.
It's the fuck up and be vegan.
But the most fun is to kill a little animal with a shotgun or rip him up with a wild dog.
It's the fuck up.
The Karen is the vegan saying, don't kill an animal. And then the person, I suppose, feels so guilty inside that their response is, oh, I'm gonna kill a baby animal with a shotgun. If you kill a dog, you're a psycho. If you kill a pig, you're normal. If you don't kill either, you're extremist. To me, like in my eye, this girl is blocking the connection in terms of she knows it's kind of wrong, even though it is completely wrong, but she's feeling guilty, so she's using humor to block that, even though, I mean, whatever she did doesn't really make sense.
Well, ask me about that vegan teacher. Say, what do you think about that vegan teacher? I think, why aren't all teachers vegan? What is going on? I mean, it makes so much sense to be teaching young people about veganism and plant-based eating. I just like my mind is blown. My mind is blown. Learning what I've learned over the past 10 years of being vegan. Man, what is going on? Why is this not out in the mainstream? Why is this not on the curriculum every year? Why is this not in the cafeterias at every school?
Is he actually vegan? Yeah. He's cute as well. Can I say people are cute? Yeah, why aren't more teachers vegan? In the future, maybe. People will look at vegan teacher and they'll think she's weird. I suppose the same way that, you know, in Harry Potter, you have that teacher of like divinations. That's kind of how I see her, but like in a cute way. Because like I'm not that obvious with my veganism, I suppose, and I feel like we need people like that as well. Another one.
Now, I am going to show you a machine we have nicknamed the Vegan. Would you like to know why we call this the Vegan? Because basically, it spends most of its time full of shit, and then it goes around spreading it everywhere.
Okay. That kind of made me think of, like, the thing is, one thing about being vegan is that you actually really well. And if you aren't eating very well as a vegan, you know something's wrong, or you ate something that you shouldn't have, because we actually poop marvelously. This is not a flex. But yeah, we are usually full of shit. Aren't you full of shit? If you're eating, you're
Plants are not food, they are living organisms. We need to stop eating them. These vegans out here are just killing them. And we are drinking all their water, This is not good. The environment, the ecosystem is being destroyed because of us. We need to stop it.
Okay, so he's talking about we drink water. Yeah, we need water. I'm sorry. Like, we actually do need water to live. You can actually survive without food for, I think, like 20 something days, 30 days. You can only survive without water for, I think, 3, 4. I don't know. But it's very limited. So we do need water. So if you want to save water, you actually should be vegan, because vegan food uses a lot less water than beef. Like, if for beef you spend a lot of water. Plants aren't food, they're living organisms. Plants don't have a nervous system, so they don't feel pain, as far as we know, because science. And you feed animals plants, so to reduce plant suffering, if you are that bothered about plant suffering, to save plants, you should not have the animals eat them and only you eating them, because then that's like maybe more than half of plants that are dying because you're feeding big animals instead of just yourself. I love that one. It's like you never eat fruit. If you take a fruit, the plant is still there and it's gonna give you more fruit. So you're not, like, most of the time you're not even harming the plant itself. If you want tomatoes, you pluck the tomato plant's still there. But basically, yeah, most things that we eat, the plant is still there. So you're not necessarily hurting the plant. It's not like you're eating the roots or the stem or anything. Like, it just keeps growing. It's much more sustainable.
See the ground's being torn up, loads of worms dying down there. When this oil seed comes up, we're going to spray it. Spray it with insecticides and kill a lot of bugs and insects that get on it. We're going to have to put a lot of slug pellets down on this to kill the slugs, to stop them eating the oil seed when it comes up. Same with all the crops we grow. Vegans will eat all of it. And in all of it, we have to kill animals to protect it, so it doesn't get taken out. My point is that a huge amount of animals die to make vegan food. But vegans will say this is okay, because they're little tiny animals and they can't cut them. It's no different. The only difference is, in animal agriculture, at least we make use of the animals that die. The animals killed in vegan agriculture are just...
I mean, according to his logic, he eats slugs because his industry, he makes use of all of the animals that are killed, or insects, or all of that. So I'm guessing he also eats the slugs. I mean, good for you, man. You will also be making this to feed the animals. You will also be eating vegetables. You will also be eating grain, and so on and so forth. So you're just minimizing the impact of your food because it only happens once, so you eat it instead of twice for the animal and for yourself. Veganism is doing the least amount of harm to animals, the least amount. Like, obviously you can control things that are outside of your grasp, of your reach. Do we crave certain things? Because I've only been vegan for the last 4.5 years. So before that, I ate meat, I ate ham, I ate milk, eggs, fish, seafood, everything. So obviously I have memories attached to those foods and smells. So sometimes I will smell something and obviously I'll be like, oh, that smells really nice, because it's a memory from back then. It doesn't make me want to eat it. You don't necessarily crave it, like you don't want to, like maybe you do, maybe you crave it, maybe you want to eat it. All your body's telling you is that you're hungry. And because you have associated that with food before and it smells like food, you are hungry, and as soon as you eat something, it goes away because you've eaten something.
See this shit?
Seriously. Okay, if that's your concern, just drink another milk. There's loads of them. There's soy, there's oat, there's coconut, there's rice, there's hazelnut, there's cashew. I personally don't drink almond milk, but that's because I'm not a huge fan of almonds anyway. If that's the reason why vegans are hypocrites, you know, at least we don't have just one milk. Like normal people just eat cow's milk, maybe goats. We have lots of options, so just drink something else. That's a good one. The same way omnivore people, they're not perfect. We are all humans. So obviously some people will be healthier and they will eat a more whole food diet. Some people will eat more junk food. Some people will be thinner. They might, like the same way omnivores have illnesses, vegans will also have illnesses. So it doesn't matter if you're vegan or not. I have gone through phases. So I'm vegan for 4.5 years. 2 years ago, I've been the heaviest I've ever been. My BMI was 41%, which means I was overweight, obese. I think it's like it's already considered obese. But my health was really, really bad. Why? Mayonnaise is vegan, ketchup is... Well, mayonnaise is vegan if you buy it vegan. So you can buy vegan mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise. I try not to eat it very much. I love mayonnaise, ketchup is vegan, French fries are vegan if you make them vegan, chips can be vegan if they're vegan, oven, ready-made foods, fast food places now have vegan options, and I was not eating well, I wasn't cooking, I didn't work out. You can't expect all vegans to be goddesses and gods that are active and super buff and super like mentally well. We're humans. Right? Yeah, vegans can get sick like the same way normal people get sick. Normal people have mental issues. Vegans might as well have mental issues, of course. Normal people can get depressed. Vegans can get depressed. Somehow, like some way, people have placed vegans in some sort of pedestal. We haven't put vegans on a pedestal ourselves, but they look at you and they see you at a level that you have to be that most humans will not reach, because everyone has problems. Life isn't perfect. You cannot please everyone. Anyway, I hope that was entertaining for you as it was for me. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything down in the comments, and I'll try and reply to my best ability. If you like, leave me a thumbie down there and subscribe to my channel because it's a very new channel. And I'm hoping to do a few more of these because I actually enjoyed going through TikTok. Thank you so much, my lovelies. Have a nice day.